I want you to picture a beautiful moment. Perhaps it's you sitting in your favorite chair, watching your grandchildren play in the yard. You feel fine. The sun is shining. In that moment, everything feels safe. But what if I told you that inside the very arteries that carry life to your heart, a silent plaque could be building up day by day, year by year, like a quiet thief? This is the devastating reality of heart disease for millions of seniors. It often gives no warning sign. There is no pain, no alarm bell, until the day it demands everything in an instant. The medical community has a name for it: atherosclerosis. But I want you to think of it as a silent countdown. And my deepest conviction as a doctor and as a man of faith is that we are called to be wise stewards of the time God has given us. We are called to protect the sacred gift of life. Today, we are not going to talk about fear. We are going to talk about power. The power that God has placed in the simplest foods from the earth to help us diffuse that silent countdown and reclaim our health from the inside out.
Doctor, the image you just painted of a silent countdown inside our own bodies is incredibly powerful and, frankly, very sobering. I know it touches on a deep fear that many of us carry. But what I also heard in your voice was a message not of fear, but of hope and empowerment. For everyone with us, I am Sarah, and this is Dr. David Miller, a cardiologist who believes that knowledge is a divine gift that allows us to become active partners in our own health. Doctor, you've shown us the problem. Where do we begin to find the solution?
We begin by turning on the light, Sarah. We cannot fight an enemy that we cannot see. The first strategy in protecting our hearts is to address the plaque buildup, the atherosclerosis, directly. We must focus on gently, consistently, and naturally cleaning our arteries and preventing new plaque from ever forming. This isn't about harsh measures. It's about inviting God's most powerful healing foods back to our dinner table. I want to tell you about a patient of mine, a good man named Mr. Peterson. He's 67, seemed perfectly healthy. He walked, he watched his weight, but during a routine checkup, a heart scan revealed a high calcium score. That score is a direct measurement of how much plaque has hardened in the arteries of his heart. I remember him sitting in my office, looking at the images, his face pale with shock. He said to me, "But I feel fine, doctor. How can this be happening inside me without me even knowing?" It was a profound wake-up call.
That is the story of so many people. The feeling of being betrayed by a body that seemed perfectly fine. So for Mr. Peterson, and for everyone listening who shares that fear, what was the first step? What is the first tool in God's pharmacy for cleaning our arteries?
The first, and one of the most ancient, is garlic. This humble bulb is a giant in the world of heart health. The magic happens when you crush or chop it, releasing a powerful compound called allicin. The science on this is very clear. Medical studies have repeatedly shown that allicin has a remarkable ability to help lower LDL, the bad cholesterol that is a primary component of that dangerous plaque. It also has natural anti-inflammatory properties. But there is another critical function of garlic. It helps make the blood less sticky. It gently inhibits platelet aggregation, which is the clumping of blood cells that can lead to a dangerous clot. However, and I must say this with extreme care and importance, because of this blood-thinning property, if you are currently taking a prescription anticoagulant like warfarin, Eliquis, or Xarelto, you must speak with your doctor before significantly increasing your garlic intake. Wisdom and caution must walk hand in hand.
So it's a powerful tool, but one we must use with wisdom, especially if we are on medication. What was the next food you recommended for Mr. Peterson?
The next was the vibrant, beautiful tomato. The deep red color of a tomato is a sign of its blessed gift, a potent antioxidant called lycopene. Now, the word antioxidant can seem complicated, but let me explain it simply. Think of plaque buildup like rust forming inside your arteries. What causes that rust? A process called oxidation, specifically the oxidation of your LDL cholesterol. When LDL cholesterol becomes oxidized, it becomes sticky and easily attaches to your artery walls, starting the plaque-forming process. Lycopene is one of the most powerful natural protectors against this rusting. It neutralizes the free radicals that cause this damage, keeping your cholesterol smoother and less likely to stick.
So it's not just about having cholesterol, it's about keeping that cholesterol from becoming dangerous and sticky.
That is the key insight. And here is a practical tip. Research has shown that when you gently cook tomatoes with a little bit of healthy fat, like olive oil, the bioavailability of the lycopene dramatically increases. This means your body can absorb and use it much more effectively. So a simple homemade tomato sauce is a true heart medicine.
What a wonderful piece of advice. Is there a third artery cleaner you can share with us?
Yes, and it is one people often overlook. Red cabbage. That brilliant purple color is your sign. It is filled with a group of powerful flavonoid antioxidants called anthocyanins. Extensive research has linked a higher intake of these anthocyanins to a significantly reduced risk of heart disease. One major study highlighted that women who consumed the most anthocyanin-rich foods had a substantially lower risk of having a heart attack compared to those who ate the least. These compounds work by reducing inflammation and protecting the delicate lining of our blood vessels from the damage that allows plaque to take hold. For Mr. Peterson, the journey began not with a frightening list of restrictions, but with a hopeful list of additions. We added 1 fresh clove of garlic to his daily cooking. We added a serving of cooked tomatoes or a salad with shredded red cabbage to his dinner. We were actively inviting these healing foods into his life to begin the slow, steady work of protecting his precious heart.
Thank you, Doctor. It is so empowering to know that we can take these active steps. I know this conversation might be bringing up a lot of emotions for our viewers. For many, a health scare like Mr. Peterson's is a profound turning point. If you or someone you love have ever received a wake-up call about your health that changed your perspective, please share a 1 in the comments below. Let's acknowledge our shared journeys and our commitment to a healthier future. And please take a moment to subscribe to our channel. It is a free act of dedication to your own well-being, ensuring you never miss these vital, life-affirming conversations. Doctor, it is incredibly empowering to know that we can choose foods that actively help to clean and protect our arteries. It shifts the focus from fear to action. But for so many people in our community, the immediate daily struggle isn't just the silent plaque they can't see. It's the number they see on the blood pressure cuff at every doctor's visit. High blood pressure causes so much anxiety and feels like a battle that's impossible to win.
You are speaking to the heart of the matter, Sarah. Hypertension, or high blood pressure, is rightly called the silent killer because it puts a relentless, damaging strain on the entire cardiovascular system, the heart, the arteries, the kidneys, the brain. And while medication is a life-saving gift for many, I have seen countless patients who feel trapped by it. This brings to mind a patient named Mrs. Davis, a wonderful 69-year-old woman who came to me feeling utterly defeated. She was on 2 different blood pressure medications, yet her numbers were still stubbornly high. She told me, "Doctor, I feel tired and dizzy from the pills, but my blood pressure is still not where it should be. I feel stuck. Is this just my life now?" Her question is a prayer I have heard so many times.
Is this just my life now? That feeling of being stuck is so painful. So for Mrs. Davis and for everyone who shares her struggle, what is the second great strategy that Nature's Pharmacy offers us?
The second strategy is to focus on foods that help regulate pressure and improve blood flow. We need to invite foods into our diet that gently tell our blood vessels to relax. When our blood vessels are relaxed and open, the heart doesn't have to work so hard to pump blood through them. The pressure naturally comes down, And one of the most powerful vegetables for this job is spinach.
We mentioned spinach before for its minerals, but you're saying it has another gift for our hearts?
It has a blessed secret weapon: natural nitrates. When you eat spinach, your body, in its incredible wisdom, converts these nitrates into a molecule called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a signal. It tells the smooth muscles in your artery walls to relax and let go. When they relax, the artery widens, and blood can flow through peacefully, like a wide, calm river instead of a narrow, turbulent one. This process is called vasodilation, and it is fundamental to healthy blood pressure. A study highlighted in the Journal of Nutrition Research showed that regular consumption of spinach led to significant reductions in blood pressure in participants.
That is fascinating. So spinach is actively helping our blood vessels to open up and reduce that strain on the heart.
Precisely, and it doesn't stop there. This brings us to a more surprising but equally powerful regulator: chili peppers. The fiery compound in chili peppers, called capsaicin, has been shown to have a similar effect, promoting vasodilation and enhancing blood circulation. Now, I know not everyone enjoys spicy food, but the science here is too compelling to ignore. A major, comprehensive study published in the prestigious Journal of the American College of Cardiology followed over 22,000 people for many years. The results were astounding. They found that those who regularly consumed chili peppers had a dramatically lower risk of dying from a heart attack. This is powerful evidence that these humble, fiery fruits are a profound gift for our cardiovascular system.
So a little bit of spice could have a big protective effect. What is the third food in this group?
The third is a true workhorse of heart health: broccoli. This beautiful cruciferous vegetable helps regulate pressure and flow in multiple ways. It contains potassium and magnesium, which help balance the effects of sodium. It's rich in fiber, which helps manage cholesterol. But what's truly exciting is its role in keeping our arteries healthy and flexible. A scientific study focusing on older women demonstrated that those who ate more cruciferous vegetables, like broccoli, had less arterial calcification, less hardening and stiffness in their major arteries. It helps keep our sacred blood vessels from growing old and rigid.
So these vegetables aren't just a temporary fix for a high reading. They are fundamentally helping our circulatory system to heal and function as it was designed to.
That is the entire goal. For Mrs. Davis, we didn't tell her to stop her medications. That would be irresponsible. Instead, we came alongside them. We supported her body's own healing mechanisms. I suggested she start her day with a simple green smoothie that included a large handful of fresh spinach. I encouraged her to add just a tiny sprinkle of chili flakes to her soups or stews. Over several months, as she made these small, consistent changes, something wonderful happened. At her checkups, her blood pressure numbers started to gently trend downwards. She worked with her primary physician, and they were able to slowly reduce one of her medication dosages. She told me, "For the first time in years, I feel like I'm a partner in my own health, not just a patient." She was getting her life back. I hope you are all seeing the beautiful pattern here. The power to heal, the power to reclaim your health, is so often found in these simple, humble gifts from the earth. If you are still with me on this path of discovery, please type a 2 in the comments below, and perhaps share with our community where you are watching from. It is a true blessing for us to see how far this message of hope and empowerment can travel.
Doctor, this has been an absolutely phenomenal education. We've learned how we can actively choose foods to help clean our arteries and other foods to help regulate our blood pressure. It feels like we have a powerful set of tools. As we conclude, what is the final piece of wisdom you can share with us for creating a truly resilient foundation for long-term senior heart health?
The final piece of wisdom, Sarah, is to understand the power of synergy. God did not create nutrients to work in isolation. Their true power is unlocked when they work together, in harmony, as they are found in whole foods. This brings us to our third strategy: embracing the all-around guardians. These are vegetables that provide a beautiful symphony of benefits all in one package. And a perfect example of this is the humble pumpkin.
Pumpkin is not something I typically associate with heart health, aside from maybe the seeds.
The flesh of the pumpkin itself is a nutritional powerhouse for the heart. First, it is incredibly rich in potassium, which, as we discussed with Mrs. Davis, is essential for managing blood pressure. But it also contains a high amount of a brilliant antioxidant called beta-carotene. This is what gives pumpkin its vibrant orange color. The beta-carotene is converted to vitamin A in the body, and its primary role is to help prevent that dangerous rusting or oxidation of your LDL cholesterol. So it helps keep your arteries clean, like the tomatoes we discussed. And you are right to mention the seeds. Pumpkin seeds are one of the richest sources of magnesium, which we know is essential for a steady heartbeat and for relaxing the blood vessels. So in one single blessed vegetable, you have a tool to help with blood pressure, to help clean the arteries, and to support a calm heart rhythm. This is the synergy I'm talking about.
So it's not about finding one magic bullet, but about appreciating the complex gifts within each food.
That is the heart of it all. This synergy is why a food-first approach is so fundamental to my practice. We can't just rely on single nutrient pills and expect a miracle. True, sustainable senior heart health comes from the complex wisdom that is woven into the very fabric of these whole foods. The fiber, the vitamins, the minerals, the antioxidants, they all work together. A plate that is rich in a variety of these vegetables, the garlic, the tomatoes, the spinach, the broccoli, the pumpkin, creates a powerful protective shield around your heart.
And what happened with our friends Mr. Peterson and Mrs. Davis?
I am so glad you asked. Their stories are the reason we have these conversations. Mr. Peterson, who was so frightened by the plaque in his arteries, made these small, loving changes. At his 1-year follow-up, his scans showed no new progression of his plaque. He felt empowered, no longer a victim of a silent disease, but an active steward of his own health. And Mrs. Davis, who felt trapped by her high blood pressure, found that by nourishing her body with these foods, her medications worked better, and she felt more energetic than she had in a decade. They both took this knowledge and turned it into wisdom in their own lives.
Those stories are the proof that there is always hope and that we have more power over our health than we think. As we bring this incredible conversation to a close, I just want to thank you, Doctor, for sharing not just your knowledge, but your heart with us. And for everyone watching, the message today is one of profound empowerment. The path to a healthier heart is paved with conscious, loving choices, made one meal at a time.
That's right. This entire conversation, it's not just about a list of vegetables. It is a new charter for living. It is a proactive, hope-filled, and faithful approach to stewarding your senior heart health so that you can live out all the years God has planned for you with strength, vitality, and joy. This is the goal. This is the prayer.
Thank you, Doctor. To summarize the 3 core strategies we learned today. First, we can help clean our arteries with foods like garlic, tomatoes, and red cabbage. Second, we can help regulate our blood pressure and blood flow with foods like spinach, chili peppers, and broccoli. And third, we can embrace all-around guardians like pumpkin that offer a symphony of benefits. Now, we would love to hear from you, our wonderful community. Which of these heart-healthy vegetables will you be adding to your dinner table this week? Please share your plans in the comments below. Let's create a beautiful tapestry of healthy ideas together. If this message has given you hope and valuable information, please give this video a thumbs up. It truly helps this mission of care reach more people. Please be sure to subscribe so you never miss these vital conversations. And if you have someone in your life whose heart you cherish, please share this video with them. Thank you for being with us.
Be well, protect your precious heart, and God bless.
Until next time, take good care.